So that's going on this week. And someone who didn't know I was pregnant said, you kind of have a glow. And I was like, cool, the first person to say you have a pregnancy glow. And then they didn't even know. So that was exciting that happened to me. And we got our test results back that I mentioned before from Natural Beginnings Birth and Wellness Center from Statesville, where we're choosing to have our baby. I think it's one baby. Well, we would have found out in the results if it was two. It's one. Sorry, I just got distracted thinking about how I think it's a boy. Maybe I'll address that again later. But yeah, so the test that they did on the baby tested to see if there were any trisomies, so Down syndrome, things like that. None of that, all is well. No like markers for concern, causes for concern. So that's all great. Baby's solidly great. And I'm great too. So my, when they test like your A1C levels, this is kind of a 3-month snapshot of your blood sugar. This is before they give you the official gestational diabetes test where they make you drink a bunch of sugar and then see how your body handles it. Usually 28 weeks or so-ish in pregnancy. So the A1C is also, it's a really great tool to have with that. And you really need that at the same time because testing your blood sugar in one day is not indicative of your blood sugar. Testing it over time, plus how you handle sugar at once is good. So, so it took that, and the range for that is 4.8. Excuse me, I gotta lean back and get my results. 4.8 to 5.6 is the range for normal, for the right level of blood sugar. And I was a little on the higher end. I was 5.4, which is interesting to me because I was eating a little more sugar, as I said before, sugar and carbs, and I didn't before. So I think that raised my blood sugar. So I do not believe that I'm at risk for gestational diabetes based on my diet, but I am going to go back to what I was doing before, which I said I was already ready to do. My body was ready, which is low carbs, high fat, and protein. And lots of veggies, things like that. So just to make sure that it doesn't, the level changes, because naturally that level of blood sugar will go up during pregnancy. That's the way it is, because you become slightly insulin resistant when you're pregnant, slightly more than usual, interestingly enough. I don't really understand that kind of thing super well. Jason's looked it up for many hours, and I still can't fully understand it, and neither can he. It is complicated stuff, and the way your body handles that is so hard to understand. But there's a lot of great, really natural websites that look at managing gestational diabetes with your diet and not just, with insulin, things like that. So that's cool. And we've been looking into those. So that's just something for me to personally think about, even though the nurse said, you're fine. You're in the normal range. You're good. And let's see, my iron level was good. My vitamin D level was good. It was like 0.3 points lower than the normal range, but she said it's winter, which is normal in winter. You normally are less vitamin D in winter. But I take cod liver oil, which has A and D in it, and I'm going to keep doing that. And the weather's been nice, and we're going to be outside soon doing all sorts of animal stuff. I'll be getting some sun, so I'm not concerned about that. I'm going to continue my normal stuff on that, but just amping up the sun. Because we, for a while we were just inside, like, cold and sitting here like, oh, it snowed. We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything, Plus, it's harder to get the right kind of sun in the winter because not much of it comes through the atmosphere because of the angle of the sun. Very complicated stuff because you need... It's not the sun that necessarily gives you a sunburn. It's complicated. Jason would be the one to know that. So that's great. So all my levels were good, and I didn't have a bladder infection. Urine sample was fine. Everything was fine. So that's fantastic. Blood pressure's whatever, normal. All of those things. So I'm excited about that. And yes, we got the results back. Yeah, so I've been sort of thinking that it's not even sort of, like kind of majorly thinking it's a boy. But I could change my mind again. I don't know. And I don't know if me thinking that, well, stop. Nope. The UPS truck drove by at the speed of light, and maybe he's thinking the UPS man will come kill us. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know if it's because I was talking about what if it is a boy, like it could be. And then I mentioned in the last video, we did kind of the ring on a string, goofy thing of, old wives' tale kind of thing. And I said boy 3 times. That I wasn't convinced by, but in my mind, maybe it's got me thinking more. Because before I was thinking, oh, it'll be a girl because we want a girl. Even though I know that's not the way things work. So I don't know. I think that could be really interesting. So I'm having a hard time visualizing what a son would look like. Although I imagine he will just look literally like Jason, which doesn't make sense. Because a daughter, I can imagine a daughter that would look like both of us very easily. But I can't imagine a son that would look like both of us. Like, how do I put my features on a boy? Like, what would he get, my feet? I mean, I got pretty good feet, so boy or girl could use my feet. Who knows? So I don't know exactly what's going on. It doesn't really matter. It's fun to just kind of guess. And it's fun to start really talking with this baby. I've been talking to the baby all the time, but I've been especially talking to it lately, more conversations and touching my stomach a lot, my uterus, I guess, a lot. And I'm excited to now where I can do that without feeling like people think I have gas, because now people know that I'm pregnant. So this 13 weeks is, I feel like we're on the cusp of great things, which we are, no matter what happens. And I'm just excited to be a part of it and get to do it. I'm just happy. Yeah, I'm just happy to be a part of it just so far, what's happened so far. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you again next week for the 14-week update. And I hope you have a lovely day. Feel free to email, comment on this video, or post on Facebook. Anything you'd like. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.